Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Kat, and today I'm going to be doing a Penpal letter for Miriam. I'm going to be doing a vintage coffee themed letter for her because I just received these very cute cafe stickers by Notebook Therapy. This is from their not so new collection anymore, but it's been one of my favorites this year. They came out with the Into the Cafe collection for their Inoki main collection, and I have just been in love with these stickers and also their new washi tapes. These are premium pet washi tapes and they have a bunch of designs on them. They are not peelable, they are not stickers. You actually have to cut them around and stick them to your journal, which is a bit tedious, but for this type of quality I totally understand that they didn't do stickers on the washi tape. You can use code CATSPLANNER for 10% off at Notebook Therapy, and all the supplies for this theme are going to be linked down below with the respective discount codes on different stationery shops. So let's get started with the envelope. I always start with the envelope on my Penpal letters. Even if I don't film them, I always start with the envelope because it helps me to imagine and to get inspiration for the actual theme and then transmit that theme into the papers, if that makes sense. So I normally just don't start with the writing papers and the goodies. I always start with the envelope because that is going to determine what my theme is going to actually be. So for this theme, for this Penpal letter, I'm going to use a C5 craft envelope. I got these from a very old Penpal from the United States because I can't find these envelopes in Portugal, so I still have a bunch of them here, but these are the C5 envelopes. These are my normal envelopes that I use. And then I just decided to use some coffee stained paper that my friend gave me a while ago, and I am actually going to use this big sticker that is like film tape sticker because I have a huge collection of big stickers, but I'm always afraid to use them in the wrong letter or in the wrong page, so I kind of collect them and I'm forcing myself to just use them because it's okay if I use a sticker and I don't have another one to use later on. I feel like we all crafters have this problem with stickers. We are always so afraid to use them in our creations that this is my way of using this big sticker. I have this sticker since probably 2018 and I just never used it. It's so beautiful, but I'm finally going to use it today. And to match with the sticker and the coffee stained papers and the coffee theme in general, I grabbed two stickers from the Gal Pal sticker pack from Paper World. They came out with these girl stickers a while ago and I just really like the design of them and the quality. They are transparent so you can see everything behind them, but I really like using those for Penpal letters especially. In the meantime that I'm setting up this envelope for Miriam, I just want to mention that my shop is now open again. You can use code REOPEN for 10% off on my shop. This is kind of a clearance sale because I'm going to have a shop update at the beginning of August, but there's a lot of things that I still have laying around on my shop in stock, and I just want you guys to purchase them with a code. And of course that if you are a Ko-Fi member, you have another 10% off code on top of that, so it's 20% off, and you get to be my Penpal if you choose the Penpal tier, or to receive a free stationery grab bag every month. So I'm going to link my Ko-Fi memberships in the link below in the description. So once I had the main details of my envelope down, I decided to start adding some smaller stickers, and I'm using the sticker sheet from the Into the Cafe set from Notebook Therapy, and I started cutting down all of the stickers that I could possibly use on this theme from those washi tapes. This is a bit tedious to do, I'm not going to lie, but the stickers are really good quality and they are really well drawn, so I'm not mad that I have to actually cut them all individually to use on my creations. It's a smaller price for paying for quality. I know that the washi tape shop also does this, but they also have stickers on their washi tape and I prefer those, but the quality is not the same and it's not this type of material on the washi tape, so it's a bit different. So I cut them all out and then I started on the header for the envelope, which is normally my Penpal's name, and here I decided to go old-fashioned and use a Crayola Super Tip. These are actually my favorite calligraphy brush pens for beginners. Like if I had to recommend a pen for you to use as a beginner to calligraphy, I would recommend the Crayola Super Tips. Not only they have a huge selection of colors, but they are also super cheap, and the tip is really good to just start with your calligraphy because they don't get ruined that easily. So if you're afraid to buy a Tombow dual brush pen, I think Crayola Super Tips are the way to go. And so I did the old-fashioned ombre effect for the letters, so I did the whole name with that brown Crayola Super Tip, and then I went half the bottom of the name again with the same brush pen, and then like the lower third of the name again, so it kind of creates like this ombre from light brown to darker brown on the name, if I explained that correctly. And then I outlined everything with my Tombow Fudenosque brush pen, and I added a little shadow that is white but with the same black pen, if that makes sense. And if you want more like ideas for calligraphy or to learn calligraphy, I have actually a video on my channel explaining you how to do calligraphy and how to start, so I'm going to link that in the description below as well if you want to learn to do calligraphy. Also, I wanted to mention that I was really excited to do this theme for Miriam because I love doing like scrapbooking type of pen pal letters for my pen pals. I just love having a blank canvas, which this case is the envelope, and start placing a lot of stickers and washi tape and papers down and make a full-on creation, a full-on envelope, all decorated with stationery for my pen pals. I love doing that, and so I decided that I want to start doing junk journaling, not only because we're going to Japan in October and I want to do a full-on junk journaling for the whole trip, but because I also have a ton of notebooks here that I started doing junk journal on, but I just never got into the habit of doing it like frequently. So I really wanted to start doing that for at least August. Now it's July yet, but I feel like I want to just get some ideas and inspiration and start in August maybe. And because I also want to release some products on my shop related to junk journaling, so let me know what you think in the comments, because I have stationery boxes and packs and washi tape samples on my shop, but I think that a junk journaling set would be a fun thing to have on my shop as well. I already have the Penpal letter set, if you didn't know, which is basically a set that you get with an envelope, 2 papers for you to write your letter on, and some ephemera and washi tapes and stickers. And those are really popular on my shop, but I feel like the junk journal set would also be a really good addition to my shop. So let me know what you think in the comments below. So once I was happy with the envelope, I decided to just place a quote below her name, and I looked at the envelope, I really liked it, and I finished it up as it was. I normally add some sparkles on the craft spaces on the envelope just to fill it in a little bit more, but I really like how it was looking, so I just left it as it was. And with the envelope done, I could move on to my letter. So for all of my letters on my pen pals, I normally don't show on camera, but I did for my last video, I believe, because I was explaining how to start and how to write your first pen pal letter, but I normally don't like to do that because I can be very personal on my letters to my members, and my members, I don't think they want what I write to them to be public, so I normally write my letters off camera, but on the paper I usually include their name, the date, and my location. I decided to start doing that recently because I feel like it's fun to know where the person is writing you from, even though you have my address. But I don't know, this time I decided to add the date and that I'm writing from Lisbon, Portugal. And normally on this page I don't do a lot of decoration, I just place some stickers here and there, but nothing full on decorated because on the letter paper I want to write my letter, so I need to have space for that, and so I leave a lot of space for the letters and I just add a couple of stickers here and there. And for this letter in particular, because it was coffee themed, I decided to draw some coffee beans on the letter to just match with the whole coffee aesthetic. And I normally don't draw on my letter papers, but I feel like this was a really great move, so I just draw some coffee beans here and there on the letter, and I think they look super cute. I feel like when I did this letter was at the time that Sabrina Carpenter released Espresso, and I was just really into the song and I did a couple of reels about it. And so I feel like everything comes into place right now that I'm remembering when I did this. But yeah, that is the paper for the letter, and I'm going to write it off camera. And then normally for my letters I can include a questions paper or an answers paper if I received some questions from my pen pal. But because we've been exchanging pen pals for more than a year, I believe, I decided to not send her any questions, but instead send her a to check out paper. So on this paper you would normally write things that you have been checking out lately. In this case, I think I put a song that I've been listening to lately. You can add movies, TV shows, animes, food, places, whatever. I feel like this paper is really underrated, and I really like when my pen pals send me those, because I can just check out things that I have been checking out and see if I like them. And there's always things that you need to check out from your pen pals for recommendations, so I always like to receive this paper. I normally end up checking like songs and movies, at least the trailer or the TV show, and if your pen pal sent you something for you to check out that you've already seen, you can talk about it on your next letter. So it's a really great way to just connect with them in multiple levels. For this paper I didn't do much, but I added some decoration here and there, and my paper was done. So now it's time to collect some goodies to send to Miriam, and for all of my Ko-Fi members that are part of the crafter tier or the pen paler tier, I always include a postcard from Portugal. I feel like it's really important to just send some things from Portugal, and I used to send tea bags and maybe like some little souvenirs in their packages, but for now I'm just sending them some postcards from Portugal that have a place in Portugal in the front, and in the back they have the story about the place. So I feel like that's really interesting, and I'm sending one to Miriam alongside with a lot of ephemera that matches the theme of her letter, but that she will also like to use on her creations, or if she doesn't like them, she can send them to her other pen pals. So I'm including that, and a lot of these are available on the vintage stationery grab bag on my shop and the washi tapes on the washi tape sample grab bag. But I'm including a lot of different types of ephemera, like post-it notes and origami papers, and different quote stickers and other smaller stickers that she can use. And actually, one of the ephemeras that I'm sending Miriam is the front of a pack from a guitar cord that my husband bought for his guitar, because I really like the exterior of the pack. It's really groovy and vintage at the same time, and I feel like it's something that everyone can use in a vintage scrapbooking page or in a scrapbooking vintage theme. So I'm sending that to Miriam to see what she creates with it. With everything put together, I decided to put everything for her in a little plastic bag. I always say to my pen pals to reuse these plastic bags. I reuse them myself because that's where my stationery comes in. So yeah, we don't upcycle any plastic in here. But this is everything that I'm sending to Miriam: the Portugal postcard, the goodie bag, some ephemera, and I'm actually including a doily. I really like these doilies for some creations on my envelopes for my pen pals, so I'm sending her those, the letter, and the checkout paper. And this is the envelope that I created for Miriam that I'm really proud of. So thank you so much for watching. If you watched the video until this point, don't forget to leave a coffee emoji in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. Have fun pen paling, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys!